Welcome everybody to our first game of the day, and I think it's going to be an interesting one, so let's just hop right into this. We are here with the Blue Shell Tournament 1 Qualifier 2. So first qualifier took place last Friday, so 2 days ago. And yeah, the playoffs will be next weekend, so let's just hop right into this. Lost and Found is going to be our first map in this series. And yeah, bottom left hand corner for the E-Punks, we have our green Terran, Lillekanin. And starting the top right, it's a red Zerg. It's for Psionic Aftermath, Barbarossa. And yeah, as you see, it's Ling, well, it's Pool before Hatch, obviously. The Lings are on the way. It's 6-10 Lings on the way. 2 more coming up. But yeah, with the bunker right there, yeah, with the SCV coming in pretty early, I think it was pretty easy to scout. Barracks has been replaced and therefore, yeah, no problem to actually hold the choke here, except for if we see a bending nest instantly, and then he might just go in and explode everything right here to get into the base. But yeah, he would have to build a lot of Zerglings for that, and if we just take into account that he's just going for the third base, yeah, I guess that's the compensation move that you do for I invested a lot in Zerglings that, yeah, they will not pay off at all, so I'll just go for a third base, and therefore I'm trying to get back into the game by doing so. Well, at least I'll, yeah, get back into the drone count, for example. Like Lillekanin has 24, while we have only 18 at the moment for Barbarossa, so he kind of needs to get back into this and build some more drones. And then we're going to see if that is going to work. I mean, we have command center being built on the high ground for Lillekanin, but obviously, yeah, getting down right now would be kind of risky. What's going on there? It's a worker. And yeah, he's planning on some harassment with a Banshee, with a cloak obviously. Because yeah, he somehow needs to get Barbarossa into a spot where, yeah, he feels he needs to do something. At the moment he can just drone. He knows that there's nothing coming out of his base. I think it would be wise to actually have some Zerglings patrolling in this area, because as you can see, the Banshee can fly around pretty much unseen. I think this Overlord might have seen it. This one for sure. So yeah, Barbarossa knows that it's coming, but he could have known earlier. But yeah, since we can assume that both players have a pretty decent game sense, this might be the obvious counter anyways. But yeah, you see, there we go, we have the queen there. We have the detection through the spore crawler obviously, but yeah, I think this Banshee should actually be taken. What? Okay, he actually sacrificed the Banshee to get rid of these Zerglings to get his second base, I feel. So yeah, 4 Hellions, some Marines coming up, another Hellion there, and another Banshee will come over. And yeah, we have one already being here, but yeah, there's a spore. We have a spore in the second base, main base. There's a spore as well, as we saw before. So Banshees are, yeah, they won't be effective until you have a hell lot of them. So you can just fly in and, I don't know, one shot the queens or whatever, or get rid of the spore crawlers. Other than that, what else would you do? And we can just see a hell lot of Zerglings. Do we have this? Yeah, we have the bending nest on the way. Will he get in though? There's a lot of Hellions. I'm not sure if that's the right move. Okay, takes care of the Marines, but yeah, staying in there for that long. I think he lost a lot of Zerglings there for free with all these Hellions. And yeah, you see this. Is it scouted actually? Wow, this is so close, guys. Yeah, so there is a proxy base right there in the bottom right for Lillekanin. But Barbarossa, I think he He thinks he should know if it were there, but he actually does not. Like, it's one of these spaces out of sight, right? Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, the Banshee is back again. Yeah, even if he loses the gas, I think it's not that bad. Should save the Banshee though, and he does. And yeah, he's going for some turrets now. What is he expecting? Is he expecting mutas? Why would you go for turrets otherwise? Double armory actually. And we have a lot of Hellions coming up. And there's a hell lot of Zerglings and Banes coming up now. So this wall better be closed. And we have just the one tank. And that's not enough, I feel. With all these Banes, they're just running through there. This is going to be a massacre. Yeah. Oh boy. And he's just going through into the choke point. More Banes exploding. Yeah, it's not over yet. More Zerglings coming in. We have Barbarossa trying to float this boat. But yeah, you see, he's going into the mineral line of Lillekanin, and Barbarossa still being behind in terms of workers. He needs to do something right now. And I think this was a pretty okay move. He had +1 for the attack, also for Banelings obviously. But Lillekanin feels like he has done pretty much okay in terms of defending. And I think a big thing that is helping is this base in the bottom right. Still, there's no side for Barbarossa. I mean, it's not that much. It's 4 workers at the moment. Some mules were there as well. But everything that has been mined there, yeah, later on might be missed out on the map for the Zerg. If it were used anything at all. But yeah, for now it feels like Lillekanin has an okay position. He has an okay amount of Hellbats. How many are there? It's 4. We have 3 tanks out. 1 Thor as well. Yeah, and we see the infestation pit now coming up for Barbarossa. Hydra Den is there as well. And we have +1 range attack coming in for the Zerg. But what else is there? 2 Liberators now coming up for Lillekanin. He has some Overlords that he can kill for free. That's pretty nice for the Terran here. Because yeah, 2 Overlords being taken out. Doesn't supply block, but this one could. Yeah, some Hellions went down though in the meantime. But still, you can just see this, right? It's ridiculous. There are 6 mules working. And can you see the gas actually? No. He's so barely out of sight, man. This is so unlucky for Barbarossa. Yeah, and this Banshee should go down. There we go. Queen is doing its job. Oh, the 2 Liberators. Okay, one of them survives at least. But what about the rest of the fight? Banelings explode into a lot of Hellbats. That's actually pretty good for the Zerg. But overall, just take a look at the supply. We have only 30 supply, but a lot of that is in production. So it's not going to help Barbarossa anywhere. We have +1/+1 finish for Lillekanin, and he's just going in, preparing his push into the second base, or at least he's zoning the second base while we have the third base being attacked most likely. But yeah, let's see. Barbarossa is actually trying to attack into this before there's that much to attack into him. But yeah, as you see, it's not going to happen. We have the tank sieged. We have all the Hellions coming in now. We have some Helvets there to defend. The Thor is doing his job as well. Doesn't look good for Barbarossa right here, and that's what I said. He's just zoning out everything coming from the main and second base, and then he's going down to the third, taking out all the workers. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. GG by Barbarossa, and Lillekanin takes the lead. For game 2, the playground will be Fracture. And in the top left-hand corner, for the E-Punks, we have our Terran player. He's in the lead with a match point, Lillekanin. And in the bottom right, we have our Zerg, still taking the red color, and he's playing for, Psionic Aftermath it is, Mr. Barbarossa. Yeah. And he was going for Zergling first. Obviously it's pool first, but that's what I meant with Zergling first. And then the hatchery. So he kind of feels like he needs to harass the Terran to get something done. Seems like that's the case. So yeah, he's sending over 2 Zerglings. That might be smart, but okay, he's getting all the Zerglings together. Okay, I was about to say, okay, actually it was kind of smart. I was about to say he's sending in 2 Zerglings, so Lillekanin thinks, yeah, there are 2 Zerglings, everything's fine. Reaper deals with them and goes across the map, and then he just sneaks past everything with the rest of the Zerglings. But as you see, Lillekanin was going for a second Reaper, which turns out to be an incredible move right there. He loses one of the workers who is building the command center, but in the end all the Zerglings are dead, and that's the thing that Lillekanin needed. Still just going to send down another worker, and therefore command center will be finished. And despite everything, it seems like Lillekanin has some sort of thing for proxy bases. So bottom left hand corner, there is another base for Lillekanin. Takes down a worker right there. Oh, Barbarossa trying to pull the workers. Oh boy, that's so close. And oh boy, both Reapers get out. The Queens were not in position to take out the one. Yeah, I mean the pull of the drones was okay. He didn't lose that many drones, I feel. Let's check. Yeah, actually he lost 1 drone. That was the first in there, but I think at least one of the Reapers had to die there against the Queens if they were in position. But they weren't, as you saw. Should turn around there. Yes, he does. And yeah, just taking a look into the game. We have 1 command center, 2 command center finished, 2 orbitals will be there soon. So there's a lot of mules, there's a lot of scans. As you see, just the main base has been scanned by Lillekanin, so he exactly knows what's going on. He knows about the Roach Warren, and therefore might know what he's facing next. Bunker is coming up, and yeah, we have some Hellions and Cyclones coming in now. Cyclones obviously being a good choice against Roach Ravager, if you micro them correctly. And yeah, Banshees. Any air unit is some good defense, I guess, against Roach Ravager. You just need to micro accordingly so you don't get hit by the biles, and everything will be alright. Third base now being started actually for Barbarossa, which is kind of late. So yeah, we actually have a Terran having a third base way earlier than a Zerg. And that's not a fair fight to do, I feel. Yeah, scouts the third, sees that their Ravager Roach is on the way. And I guess, yeah, he's just building some stuff. He knows I just need to defend and then I'm going to be fine. He's scouting out with the Reapers pretty nicely. Okay, loses 1, but he knows that the Zerg is on the run. So he, yeah, comes in with the Banshee right there. He knows there's nothing that can actually fight it, except for the Queens that might be back inside the base. And yeah, it takes down one of the Ravagers, or the only, I guess. It was the only Ravager, right? Yeah. Now he's just following the Roaches. Takes down 1 more, and yeah, we're about to see this wall to be attacked. Do we have a Baning Nest? We don't, right? Nope. There's no Baning Nest. So he actually needs to attack into this without any Banes. And yeah, the Banshee, he's trying to get the Ravagers with the Banshee, but the Biles are not going to hit at all. Cyclone's doing a good job as well. Yeah, the bunker that is being built is going to fall, but I think there's no way in right here. Barbarossa, yeah, down by 24 workers. Well played being called right there. Lillekanin takes the series 2-0.